If you're sad about being alone on Valentine's Day, just remember that nobody loves you on the other days of the year either. Unknown. Oh my God.
That is so wrong. Who picked that quote?
I think it was both of us. It is funny. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Sis N Giggles. I'm your co-host, Kecia.
And I'm Karen.
And it's, what is it? I'm going to say Halloween. It's Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day.
Love is in the air, and I'm choking.
Oh, is that how much you're loved? It's just choking you with so much love.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, I love you, friend.
I always said that Valentine's Day is
you. I said I love
you. I love you
friend.
too. Oh, man. You dropped that first F
sure
on
did.
all the episodes. Just want to say that. I do feel like, of course, Valentine's Day is a man-made consumption holiday.
Definitely.
But I do like giving my little one some stuff. Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some, before we get into it, some Valentine's Day stories. I remember Brian bought me a bouquet of roses to work.
I remember. I said.
It had 20s all around the...
That's a good man.
That's Savannah. I don't get that no more.
He said, I got you now.
I don't get that shit no more.
Man.
I don't know. But
I do remember that, though. I said, man, Kecia,
girl, got me a good one, girl. I said, what's
about
with
money?
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
No, but on a serious note, Valentine's Day was always something that, like, my dad would always buy me something for Valentine's Day. Like, if I ain't getting nothing from nobody else, my daddy got me something.
Oh,
my daddy would buy me something.
Sweet.
So I always look forward to something on Valentine's Day. For girls, if you have daughters, always make them say, well, my daddy did this.
Yeah.
Oh, my daddy did that. Like, we want to take our daughter on vacation. So one of y'all little nappy-head sons come to try to take my daughter somewhere, try to take her to Houston, talk about his vacation. Be like, oh, well, my daddy took me to
Greece.
What is Houston? Oh, my daddy did this. My daddy opened the door for me. My daddy did this. That's the type of quote you want your daughters to be saying.
Yes.
But yeah, my daddy used to always buy me something on Valentine's Day, no matter what. I loved it. He don't buy me nothing no more. I don't get it no more. It ain't about me no more.
It's not. My Valentine's Days have Valentine's Days.
Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's right. Days plural, yeah.
It sounded weird. They haven't really been anything special, honestly. Like, I really haven't gotten any Valentine's Day, like, gifts or celebrations that have, like, made me be like, oh, my God. But I'm also not, like, I've never been big on it.
I low-key don't be looking for stuff, but I want it, right?
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
And
it would be nice if I got it. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be like, oh, shoot.
Now, I'm going to feel slighted if I don't get nothing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't push out your child. Not even push out. I didn't get cut. You going to be boy? Yeah. I better have a gift. Yeah. But I don't celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day, especially if I'm going out to eat, because it's just too many people.
Much.
So I either go the week before or the week after.
Yeah.
So I'm not like a big, we have to do something on Valentine's Day. It's too much.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. But I do like the fact to go down Walgreens on a day of Valentine's Day and see all the random men trying to get gift cards because they ain't got nothing in Walmart no more. So now they last minute shopping in Walgreens.
I did have one good Valentine's Day, and it's funny because it was actually from somebody that was like not that type of guy. It was...
Oh my God.
But he bought me like a cutting board and like some flowers, and it was like very simple, but it was like the thought that counted. And I was like, that was so sweet, because I typically don't have a Valentine.
Yeah. And giving your cookie away as a gift is not a Valentine's Day. Buy something.
No.
We are going to do a little history lesson on background, just poquito, small, little bit, and then we're going to get into some juicy stuff. So by the 18th and 19th centuries, Valentine's Day evolved into an occasion for people to express love through gifts, letters, and eventually mass-produced Valentine's Day cards, a tradition that grew especially popular in England and later spread to the United States. Today, Valentine's Day is celebrated worldwide, often involving the exchange of cards, flowers, chocolates, and other tokens of affection. Despite its commercialization, the day's essence remains tied to love, both romantic and platonic. Now, I will say this: back in high school, elementary school, they used to do this thing. What? Well, we used to give out love grams, candy grams. So every like if you want to like pay $1 to like send your boyfriend a candy gram in school,
Yeah.
that was something that you do. So I went to my sister's 2 years older than me, so we always used to have an overlap in school.
Yeah.
So I remember I used to send her like candy grams, be like, oh, she's my sister, I love you. That never sent me a candy gram. I used to be like waiting on my candy. Oh, they're bringing candy. I ain't never got a candy gram from Crystal.
You was sitting at that desk.
Like, I know she's gonna get me one.
Meanwhile, they walking around passing them out, and you like
nothing.
Is that all? Before
Chirps.
they leave the room.
I used to whip out my phone. Really? And I bet you when she got hers, she was like, who this from?
Man,
my sister wouldn't.
That's funny.
Anyway,
we used to have the carnation roses, the carnation flowers that you could buy too.
Oh yeah, we used to have those too.
Yeah.
I still ain't got that from her, but whatever. Anyway,
I got a few when I was in elementary school.
I got some, but it wasn't like nothing to like gush over. It was like whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about some Reddit stories. I've been into Reddit a lot lately. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
Reddit got the juice.
It got the juice. So we're gonna read some terrible Valentine's Day stories because why not? All right, so last year the guy I was dating was planning to be out of town on Valentine's Day for work. So I was teaching a 3-hour ceramic class. For the few days leading up to Valentine's Day, he's dropping hints like he may fly in to see me to celebrate. Instead, dun dun dun, he calls me during a 30-minute break in the middle of my ceramics class to break up with me to go back with his ex-girlfriend in a grand gesture because of the holiday. So last year I cried while teaching a ceramic class because I got dumped on Valentine's Day. Damn.
Oh.
You know how many people be set up for the kill on Valentine's Day thinking they're going to get proposed to? Let me tell you, this didn't happen on Valentine's Day.
To do it on Valentine's Day is so cruel, though.
Yeah.
Like, just skip hanging out with them and do it the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
if you get a gift the day after Valentine's Day, you the side chick. If you didn't already know.
Oh.
All right. That's crazy. All right. Next story. I used to get an anonymous card or two every Valentine's Day as a teenager. Posted through my door. I used to get an anonymous card or two every Valentine's Day as a teenager, posted through my door too. So there go the extra effort. I used to get an anonymous card or two every Valentine's Day as a teenager. It wasn't until I was about 18 my mom told me that she'd actually bought and handwritten them in different handwriting, so I felt special. Now she feels incredibly stupid. I think that's sweet.
It is sweet.
I think that's really sweet.
I guess from the girl's point of view, or guy, whoever it was, they might have been thinking like, oh, someone likes me. And it's your mama.
But
it's sweet though.
Your mom loves you.
Yeah.
Instead of her probably seeing you down and out about Valentine's Day and not having anybody to share with, she was like, I'm going to make that person feel special. And from a mother's standpoint, I get it. I wouldn't have not told my child because now they feel like nobody really likes them, right?
Yeah.
I think I just would took that to the grave. Like you have to find out another way because you don't want to take that from them. Like that's like a sense of, I don't say security, but like that's giving them a confidence boost. Like I'm not gonna take that confidence from you. It is
sweet, but after they found out it was just their like mom, they were probably like, damn.
Yeah, that makes you like rethink everything. Like, damn, no juice. I'm thinking, I got that card. It looks like such and such hand. Cause you like over here, ooh, who handwriting this? Right. Let me see what you got going on.
Is this the one from last year?
Yeah, right. You like, let me hold them up, and then you're like, ma? No. You got to take me to the grave with that one. You want to read the next one because I am tongue tied.
So I had been dating this girl for 3 months. It was Valentine's, and she insisted on a specific restaurant at a specific time. I made a reservation and we went. Well, her ex was there with a new lady, and I didn't know this, but her ex and I looked very similar. The lady had a type. Long story short, she wanted to make said ex jealous, and it worked. We broke up at the restaurant, and I found out 2 weeks later they were back together. I hope they're well.
Damn this.
That's messed
So did
up.
he? I'm pretty sure he knew she was going to be there because that's probably one of the spots that she likes to go every Valentine's Day. So he wanted to show off the new girlfriend, and it backfired. Well, no, it worked for him because
Yeah.
she
And the
saw him, he
girlfriend
saw
wanted
her.
to do the same. They seem like they both wanted each other back, low key.
Yeah, but it could like either that or he kind of like I said, it could have been her favorite restaurant, and he knew that she was going to be
But
there.
the specific day and time,
I don't
and
know.
he just so like, how would he know the time?
Or what if they use like, because you know how you be with somebody for so I still get emails from my ex in his name. So maybe she set a reservation and he got the confirmation. There's a lot of things. Or he could have just been winging it and he got lucky.
I feel like she was trying to get with him too, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was just a him thing.
I think it was just a him thing.
I don't think so, because he said she insisted on a specific date and time. Like, it's one thing if you like, that's my favorite restaurant, this is where I want to go. But
Well,
insisting on a time, I feel like you were trying to
no, I'm
align.
sorry. Yeah, it was definitely her.
Y'all were trying to align
Yeah,
schedules.
yeah, it was her.
Somebody was aligning something.
It was her.
All right. You want to do that one? It's short.
It's very short. Ba-da-bow. All right. The next story, short and sweet. He gave me his clean STI test on Valentine's Day. We lasted a month. He was trying to tell you, girl, I'm clean. Woo.
That's so weird.
That is very weird. That is very weird. Do you carry that around in your pocket?
Right.
How often do you get tested? What's the date on that thing?
He said,
You clean. That don't mean
bust
nothing.
it open.
Mm-mm.
Look.
You still wearing this condom because I can still get pregnant.
Right. What was. Anyways. All right. The guy was dating at the time for 13 months, took me to the grocery store near his home so that I could pick my own flowers and my own chocolate because I would know what best I like. Then we walked past the stationery section on our way to the checkout registers, and I realized he also wanted me to pick out my own card. I couldn't hold it in anymore and began to cry. I was simply taken aback by how little he knew or cared about me and how evident this now was to me. I opened the card later that night to find he wrote, "To the one I care about a lot," beneath the generic card message and signed it. This also made me cry because I had told him I loved him 2 months prior on New Year's Eve and he had yet to reciprocate. The kicker was when he got offended that I told him how hurt I felt over the events that transpired this particular Valentine's Day. Unsurprisingly, he broke up with me 3 months later after I had moved and changed jobs for our relationship, saying that he
God
didn't
damn.
know if he could ever love me. Why do men let women go so far?
So
Y'all
far.
be knowing that y'all not into them like that, and y'all will watch them rearrange their entire lives.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's heavy. That's heavy. I'm burning something before I
Right?
leave.
That is, I don't understand people like that.
That's heavy. And I keep hearing people talk about like a man knows within 3 months if he's gonna marry you, blah blah blah. Which I mean, it might be true, but I think that before you have a woman, and you know what, I'm not putting everything on him because it goes both ways. But before you have somebody up and uproot their life, have that conversation like, where are we going? Because that's a lot to move in with somebody. That's a lot to change states with somebody, especially if they don't have family members or something like that.
Right.
That is a lot. And it
And I
could have
can't
been.
do that for somebody that ain't even told me they love me yet.
That's another thing. Like, at what point do you tell somebody you love them? At what point do you wait for them to tell you? That's a whole episode in itself.
You
But
better love me. Or at least say you love me if I'm
But to move, but you know what? The thing is, like, it's different when you're dating somebody and they have friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they're not totally consumed by you. But if they move to a state with no friends and you have to be with them 24/7, like, you can kind of get annoyed by somebody real fast.
Yeah.
So that could have been a factor to why they broke up too.
Yeah.
Okay, next story. What we got?
Man. I had been dating this guy for about 5 months, and I had recently been introduced to his friend group. In this group was Becca, his roommate's longtime girlfriend. Becca, his roommate's longtime girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Becca and I were strikingly similar in appearance.
Weird.
I should have known then. On Valentine's Day, my boyfriend and I went to a movie and out to eat. We headed back to his place, and on the kitchen counter is a gorgeous arrangement of flowers and a card he said was for me. When I opened the card, however, it was to Becca from my boyfriend. Apparently, he had mistakenly swapped cards. Being the absolute petty person I am, I said nothing. I waited until his roommate and Becca returned from their night. When Becca commented on how nice the flowers were, I handed her the card and said, "This is for you," grabbed my coat, and left.
But you that bold where you buy it for your roommate's girlfriend? You must don't care about your roommate. You don't care about nobody but yourself.
I was about to say, he don't care about nobody.
He don't care about nobody.
Oh, man.
Whoa, that's deep. We fighting.
Listen, even though I know my boys, the Fuhad and James from...
Girl, they are in hot water.
Yeah, even
though... they ain't gonna be in hot water
right
now.
But, you know, even though I know they've been facing some controversy the last months, one of the things I remember they said off their show, one of them was like, could you ever like picture yourself like dating a man, like you know how they be borderline doing some funny
homo
stuff, right? And then I think it was James that was like, I couldn't, simply for the level of disrespect, because he was just like, men be so disrespectful. Like, that is an example to me about the level of disrespect. Yeah. Like, you are going after your roommate's girlfriend while you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's selfish, but
man,
don't care about nobody.
Whew.
All right, next story. I was excited about my first Valentine's Day with someone. I didn't have a boyfriend until after I was 21, and I was hyped up. Go girl. I bought him a man's gold chain that cost me about $200. I paid for us to go out to the girl. Red flags. Before I even finish this, red flags. I paid for us to go out to dinner and then to a comedy club. Before we went out, I presented him with his gift, and he said he didn't buy me anything. That it was a Hallmark holiday, and it was just another day to waste money on cards and such. I was so shattered, and I was so shattered that I did nothing but cry during the dinner and the comedy show. He also did nothing to try to help me pay for any of it. I stupidly stayed with him for many years after that, but the whole relationship was a disaster. I never wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving. Girl, look at it. And I never wanted to celebrate Valentine's Day ever again. At least I got my money back for the necklace. But did you though?
I was about to say.
But you spent that money
for years.
I'm sure there were many times where you had to pay for something, where you had to slide him the card for him to feel like a man to pay for it. Girl, this is off the subject, but I was watching like a clip of Love and Hip Hop, and I think it was Erica. Is that the one that was with Scrappy?
Yeah.
So Erica,
I think so.
I think whoever was with Scrappy, she was introducing her new boyfriend to Scrappy. So it was like Scrappy and whoever he was with, and then her and the boyfriend, and they went bowling or something. And he was like, yeah, we gonna split it. And the boyfriend was like, no, we got it. It's cool. He was like, Scrappy was like, you sure? Was it Scrappy? Yeah, Scrappy was like, no, it's a Jock. It was Young Jock.
Oh,
okay. So whoever was with Young Jock. Anyway, So Jock was like, yeah, we about to go. And the boyfriend was like, no, we got it. And Jock was like, you sure? He was like, yeah. So they walk off, Jock and his girlfriend. And then he gonna ask the girl, hey, can I see your card? The audacity for you to feel like you got to be a man to say that you're going to pay for something and then ask me for my card?
How you gonna offer her? This is your thing, sir.
On TV. Granted, I know a lot of it is scripted.
And there's
but
editing.
I'm not, that, as a man.
Was this a like, I forgot my card at home?
No. Because she did the typical, well, he can't work because of this, and sometimes he used my card, so that wasn't a one-time thing. But yeah, but with her, I do not think that she got her money back, because I'm pretty sure throughout this relationship, she was the one paying for everything, especially if he made everything seem so nonchalant. And if he didn't feel like Valentine's Day was something to celebrate, then why we going out? And why we going to this comedy club? We can stay at home then, spending my money on you. No. If it's important to you, it should be important to the person that you with. Next story.
We showed up at work with some raggedy flowers that he brought from a seller on the street corner and a card from a liquor store that called me a friend after a year together. I found out 3 years later that I was never the only girlfriend. He did me a huge favor when he married someone else while I was on vacation and arranged for my parents to break the news to me.
Oh my God.
First of all, how did this conversation go when you called your girlfriend that's not your girlfriend's parents to say, hey, I'm getting married tomorrow. Can you tell your daughter for me? Like, that had to happen.
But yeah, like, do you just say it and hang up because you know they're going to scold you? Like,
right.
What do you mean? You'd be like, yeah, I'm getting married tomorrow, blah, 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 click. That's childish because now you're putting the blame on. I feel sorry for the woman he married, honestly. Just that part. Okay.
Ooh.
My idiot ex had a secret girlfriend while he was dating me, so to save time and energy, he got both of us an edible arrangement for Valentine's Day. Unfortunately, he accidentally had them both delivered to my apartment, so for Valentine's Day, I received a fruit bouquet and a very sweet note from my boyfriend along with a second identical bouquet for someone named Jennifer, along with a nearly identical note attached. To his barely and any credit, he didn't even try to lie when I confronted him about it. You know what?
The disrespect.
You know what? This reminds me of something. When I was so young and enjoying my youthfulness and dating 2 or 3 people at one time, I got tired of texting people. Like, I got tired of texting the same message to 2 or 3 different people. So I'd be like, what if I put this in a group message? Do they get it separately or is it one group message?
Good morning, beautiful.
You'd be like, oh, wrong. Damn. And then once they got it, there was no unsend button back then. I was like, let me test this out first. Ooh, child.
I cannot.
Okay, that's funny. Okay, go ahead. You can say the next one.
I planned a very simple Valentine's Day dinner with my then girlfriend, who I have been seeing for about 3 months at this point. She was very sweet and appreciative at the beginning of the night, but her mood declined as it got later. I didn't push it too hard, but the day after, she stopped responding to my messages. When I finally got a hold of her to ask what I had done, she confessed that she was upset because she assumed I was going to propose on Valentine's Day. I was absolutely shocked and said that the thought hadn't even crossed my mind because we're so early going in on the relationship. Needless to say, we didn't last very long after that.
Well,
3 months.
That's crazy. Yeah, you should have ran. Run away.
Wow.
Run away. The worst Valentine's Day was a guy at my job bought me roses, balloons, and a teddy bear and put them on my desk. The problem was he was very married. And I told him many times I was not interested in cheating with him. It was incredibly embarrassing and I was angry. People thought that I was messing around with him. I told him off and said that he should be giving that shit to his wife, not his coworker. Ooh.
Period.
Ooh.
She said what she said.
She said what she said. I mean, at some point, do you call the wife? Do you
Your husband will not leave me alone. Please give him something to do.
He's being very disrespectful.
Ooh, they got a
Ain't that
lot of.
what's her face told Rashida? I don't want to deal with talking to Kurt because he every time we talk he makes advances. Why is Rashida still with Kurt? I don't know. But anyway, go ahead. Next one.
I just saw an interview with Lil Kim. Not Lil, was it? No, the Brat, where she said Kirk used to be on her ass. She said she got a car.
She got a car from Kurt. Yeah. She got a car from Kurt.
She said she got a car, money. Like she said, literally, he wrote his name and number
on $100 on and gave like
on every bill.
Yeah.
I think it was like $1,000. Yeah.
Give me that.
I'll call you tomorrow. And she literally said, she's like, yeah, I called him the next day. Mm-hmm. And that led to a car and some other money. But yeah. All right. So next story. Heavily pregnant with our third child. My husband of 7 years and I have plans for dinner and a movie on Valentine's Day. In the middle of dinner at my favorite Italian restaurant, he told me that he's met someone and wanted a divorce.
Damn.
On Valentine's Day.
Oof. Chile.
I can't stand these people. The waiter saw me crying and trying to stave off a panic attack. And very
You got it, girl.
And very solicitously thought did I say that right?
Girl, I don't know. And just say and thought I was in labor. Just skip the word.
I'm gonna just start over, not over, but the waiter saw me crying and trying to starve off a not being you.
Oh.
All right. The waiter saw me crying and trying to stop a panic attack and thought I was in labor. I just wanted to disappear, and my husband has the nerve to ask if I'd like to still see the movie when we were done eating.
Boy, what?
Lucky for me, I met and married the most amazing man who raised my kids as his own, and we're celebrating 20 years together in May. Sometimes you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince.
He wasn't no damn frog.
Girl, I was about to say that was a tadpole.
Girl, what? Do you still want to go see the movie? We could get a divorce. You still want to go see that movie, though?
Ooh,
I would have left his ass in that movie.
That remind me of somebody. I ain't gonna say no names.
Oh, Lord. Oh, like when you going through a breakup. Like, you still want to have sex?
Right.
No.
We not cool. What is wrong with you? People crazy.
My ex proposed to me at the top of the Ferris wheel on Valentine's Day. I truly cared about him and loved him very much, but he was extremely selfish and a bit of a narcissist. So I knew marriage was not an option for us. My answer was, I'm sorry, but no. Apparently, he paid the Ferris wheel operator a few extra bucks to keep us at the top for 10 extra minutes. It was the longest awkward 10 minutes of my life. The worst part was that the operator gave him 2 thumbs up when we got back down. After we got off the ride, he left me to find my own ride home, and in the following days proceeded to tell our friends how I ruined his life. When they tried to explain some of his toxic behaviors to him, he told them he knew I had gotten all of them and turned them against him. Really?
Man.
Thumbs up, you did it, guy.
Right. What you doing, like?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I dated this really guy in high school. Me too, girl. On Valentine's Day, he brought me the big box of chocolates and a rose to school. But by lunch, I have found out his side chick gave them to him and they re-gifted them to me.
Damn, that hurt at any age.
So this lady told me that oof.
Do you want to say it?
I'm trying to say it without saying it. There was this lady that told me about one of her exes, and she was like, yeah, he tried to give me like this necklace when he was trying to convince me to stay with him, and she was like, I didn't want to be with him, and like gave the necklace back, and he was like, She said he gave it to his new girlfriend and she would be wearing it like all proudly, feeling like, oh, like this is for my boo. And she was like, I just wanted to tell her so bad, like, girl, he literally gifted you a necklace he bought for me trying to get me back. And now you wearing it around your neck proud.
Why not just go back and trade it in? Like, you can do that.
Because the disrespect these men.
Like, just go trade it in for something else.
Bruh, it's crazy. Like,
You don't even give it that much of forethought. Like, yeah, just gives her. She be aight.
right.
No, that's why I used to go. You want to buy me something? Come on, let's look at it. Let's go.
Engrave it.
Put my name in it. What?
Oh, man.
So the last one. Dun, dun, dun. My then husband.
Good job. Good job.
Oh, the girl. Say this one. Do this one. I can't get through it. Then
I don't mean to laugh at you, friend.
my then husband.
This is what we can't record more.
Go ahead. Do this.
My then husband of 27 years took me out for Valentine's dinner. The young waiter was all romantic and excited and explained he'd just gotten engaged. He told us how much he loved the girl and looked forward to living his whole life with her. He said, basically, I want to be you guys in 25 years. My husband looked up at him and said, really? Because every day is a different dumpster fire. People still wonder why I left him.
Damn.
Dang.
Well, there's that. I hope your Valentine's Day was better than these folks.
Right?
Because, yeah.
Ooh, some people got some tough stories.
Some tough stories, yeah. But if you're alone on Valentine's Day, just know that we love you.
Yes.
If you ever want to feel some love, come back and listen to us or watch us on YouTube or any rest of the thing like that. But we forgot to say we're eating chocolate covered strawberries. They're white chocolate covered strawberries. Just because it's Valentine's Day, right? And have to do no cooking for that. Nice and fun. They are dipped in white chocolate, and we have some gold leaf on the front just to give them some festivity and make them Valentine's Day worthy. All right, Carrie, you got anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Y'all be safe. Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Dun, 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 dun.